Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about how the Democratic Party can flip both of Georgia's Senate seats this January, how they can take control of the Senate, and, just what they need to do. So, this is my third time filming this video, which is getting annoying because I keep making mistakes. In the first video, I was stuttering a ton, and I felt like that wasn't the quality of content that you guys deserved. In the second, I accidentally had a blooper where I pulled up the wrong tab, and it ended up blasting a YouTube video that I did not want to be blasted in this video. It was actually a sports highlight. It wasn't inappropriate. I just didn't, obviously, that doesn't fit well in a video like this, but we're going to get started. So I tweeted 2 weeks ago about how the Democrats can flip both of Georgia's Senate seats. Now, obviously, I'm no political expert. I'm not their campaign manager. I'm not associated with Raphael Warnock or Jon Ossoff, but I think this is interesting because if Ossoff and Warnock do all three of these things and more, and we're going to talk about more, we're going to do 5 or 6 reasons actually, or things they can do, then, then I think it'll be interesting to see. So I tweeted this, and for those of you who follow me on Twitter, shout out to Shivam. Thank you so much. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but thank you so much for following me on Twitter and actually tagging Ossoff and Warnock. So please do follow me on Twitter. Drop a follow. I'll follow you back if your account is cool with me. But thanks for following me, Shivam. But let's get started. So we're going to start out by just going over these steps and then add on some more. So number 1 is attacking Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue for their insider trading scandals. Now, Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue actually did do insider trading. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. I do not express my opinions on this channel. And part of the reason is because I don't want to lose my unbiased or my credibility, because I'm proud of where I am right now. I predicted the 2020 election correctly, except for this state of Georgia. So maybe in this video I don't have credibility, but I got, in terms of states and districts, I got every single one right except for the Peach State. But, I think expressing my opinions is a waste of time because it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change what you guys think. It doesn't change, what all 4 of these people think. It doesn't, it doesn't help me accurately predict elections. So, Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue, going back to what I should have said, have insider trading scandals. In January, or end of January or beginning of February, I'm not sure what it was, they sold stocks from companies that were most likely to be hit by coronavirus. That's a fact. So what they did essentially was they used their non-intelligence, that's the wrong word. They used their info from being in Washington, from knowing this stuff, and they sold stocks, and they told other people about this. That's insider trading. That's illegal. It's not allowed. That is a crime. People go to jail for that. So, yeah, it's obviously not good to have, and I hate Washington politicians personally. I think that they're corrupt. I don't think they care about us. And on both sides, there are Democrats I really don't like. There are Republicans I really don't like. But either way, that's not good. So Jon Ossoff actually did call. He actually did call David Perdue out for this in a debate. I'll play this. The audio is going to be bad because of my microphone, but let's try and do this.
Perhaps Senator Perdue would have been able to respond properly to the COVID-19 pandemic if you hadn't been fending off multiple federal investigations for insider trading. It's not just that you're a crook, Senator. It's that you're attacking the health of the people that you represent. You did say COVID-19 was no deadlier than the flu. You did say there would be no significant uptick in cases. All the while, you were looking after your own assets and your own portfolio.
So, yeah, Ossoff did call Perdue out for that. In that viral debate moment, obviously, that probably gained him a lot of support. And, that was a good moment for him. So, Perdue, or Raphael Warnock, he hasn't really had a moment like that against Kelly Loeffler, mostly because it was originally a 4-way race, as you can see here. Whoops, wrong map. Am I looking at the wrong thing? Seriously? Here we go. It was a 4-way race, obviously, between Doug Collins, Kelly Loeffler, Raphael Warnock, and Matt Lieberman, who actually did get a decent amount of the vote. Well, not a ton. He got, if he got something like 3 to 5% of the vote. He was another Democrat in the race. But certainly, Warnock, Kelly Loeffler, and Doug Collins were going to be the top 3 finishers. So now, number 2, what they should do is promise stimulus. Now, I don't think we've had like a bipartisan stimulus check since March or April, which is horrible. I mean, in the middle of a pandemic, Washington politicians are not very popular right now. So I think, this isn't really a partisan thing, to be completely honest, but politicians are making it out to be a partisan thing. So really, what should be happening for both Republicans and Democrats who are campaigning against incumbents, what they should be doing essentially is promising stimulus. Because remember, John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock, they don't have the record of being in the Senate. Kelly Loeffler, David Perdue, can't call them out for saying, you voted for this, 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 and this, and that's unpopular with Georgians. They don't have the ability to do that, whereas Warnock and Ossoff do. They can call Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue out for nearly anything they want in the Senate, as long as it's unpopular with Georgians. So, promising stimulus is not a bad idea at all. They should do it, and they can say, hey, these 2 politicians haven't, they haven't gotten much done for you. Now, number 3, get out the vote, and this is easier said than done, obviously. Georgia, in 2018, there was voter suppression going on there. In 2020, I don't think there was. There wasn't voter fraud either, though. So I think Georgia actually had a fair election this year. But really, it all comes down to, can the Democrats get the black vote out? In 2016, the turnout wasn't high enough in counties like Fulton County, DeKalb County, Clayton County, Henry County, Cobb County, Fulton County especially. Just look at the numbers. Like, I don't have the exact percentage. Actually, I can pull it up here. Because Hillary Clinton turnout was 76%. That's great. 2020, they don't give us the number yet. But just look at the vote total. Hillary Clinton, or Donald Trump got 2.2 million votes. He got 2.4 million votes, 460,000 more votes than he did in 2016. Joe Biden outperformed Hillary Clinton by 600,000 votes. A little less than that, but 600,000 votes. So certainly there was higher turnout, and a lot of that was in favor. Joe Biden outperformed Clinton by 600,000. Trump outperformed his 2016 numbers by 460,000. So that's a difference of over 140,000 votes, and they're all coming from Atlanta, Fulton County, Clayton County, DeKalb County, Cobb County. These are all black voters who, and as we all know, black voters tend to vote Democratic. 90% of black voters voted for Democrats in the 2018 midterm elections. We don't know the stats just yet for these elections, but certainly they do not favor Donald Trump. There was never a question of a doubt that Joe Biden was going to win the black vote very easily. So, one more black voters vote, that gives the Democrats a huge advantage. So, Biden was able to run up the score here. I'm not sure if it was Obama campaigning there, if it was Raphael Warnock generating enthusiasm, if it was Kamala Harris being black on that ticket, or just Joe Biden's strong black support during the primaries. But they were really able to rack up the score here, and that's how they won Georgia. So obviously it was very close, as you can see. It was a 0.2% margin of victory for Joe Biden. But it's still, a win is a win, and for the Democrats, if they win these 2 Senate seats by that amount, they are not going to complain, because a win is a win. Now, what did Hillary Clinton do? She lost, like suburbs, like Henry County or Newton County are suburban areas. She won Newton County by 1,000 votes. She won Henry County by 5,000 votes. Biden outperformed her there. He won Henry County by, look at this, he won it by 25,000 votes compared to 5,000. He won Newton County by 6,000 votes compared to 1,000. So he outperformed her in the suburbs, which suburbs are trending blue. That's not debatable. And I think they are still competitive. Certainly, but they're trying away from Republicans, and the last Republican to carry the suburbs, really, at a national level convincingly, was Mitt Romney. And he obviously lost the election, but the suburbs are important, and if the Democrats are able to turn up the score in Atlanta, win the suburbs, like get out the vote in Atlanta, and win the suburbs like they do, like they've been doing for the past 4 years, whether it's in the midterms, in Georgia in this 2020 election, or in 2016, even where Hillary Clinton lost Georgia, but she still did better in the suburbs. That's how they win this election, the special elections. They also need to just really just campaign on their issues. They need to say, okay, Joe Biden's elected president. Georgians want a senator who will deliver on Joe Biden's promises. They want a senator who will vote with Joe Biden, and saying that 4 years ago would have been a death wish in a state like Georgia. But saying it now, it actually seems to have helped them, or it might actually help them because Joe Biden, Georgia, went blue this year. Now, it's obviously very close. It's a swing state, of course, but it did go blue. So, yeah, and then I just do really quickly want to clarify. Stacey Abrams, I said I was very wrong in Georgia. Stacey Abrams said that I said Stacey Abrams essentially hit the Democrats' peak in Georgia. That getting Stacey Abrams type numbers in Georgia in 2020 would be Joe Biden's best case scenario, or kind of his ideal scenario. But it looks like I was wrong because he outperformed her by 1.6%, and he got more votes than her. I mean, he got, obviously this is a midterm, but there was still relatively high turnout, and Biden still got 400,000 more votes than her. So certainly there are good signs for Democrats in Georgia. Now, Biden also was able to flip counties. I believe he flipped. He was able to flip one of these counties. I'm not sure. Maybe he did. But no, he did. I'm pretty sure he flipped. Yeah, here we go. He flipped Washington County. That's the county he flipped. He was also able to essentially he was able, in terms of percentages, to outperform Stacey Abrams in Fulton County, in DeKalb County. So certainly it's Democrats are doing well in Georgia, and this is one of the states that's trending blue. So that's how Democrats win these elections. They also, by the way, really quickly, they also should keep the money roll again, get Barack Obama to come down there again, and that's how they win Georgia. So again, guys, thanks so much for watching the video. Please like and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. Please get me to 3,000. There'll be a Q&A at 3,000. So I appreciate all your support. Thank you, and have a great day.